if I put the product life cycle in front of you, so of course you know the 4 stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Where is a P&P right now under Dr. Peter Phillips?
I would say somewhere between the 3rd and the 4th.
Between maturity and decline.
Right.
And of course you know that I did marketing. Yeah, that everybody wants their product to stay in the growth phase for as long as possible, because after that it's only downhill. Once you get maturity, the only place after that is decline. You can't go back to growing after you've hit maturity. So you're saying it's halfway between maturity and decline.
Somewhere between. I'd have to really think about it to, you know, to pin it exactly where. But of course, you know, this is why car companies keep coming out with new models.
Yes.
This is why Apple will keep coming out with
innovating.
the next version of the smartphone. All technology companies understand that it's no matter how great and attractive your product is when you introduce it,
yes,
a few years time, you know, it will be overtaken.
Yeah.
And so there needs to be a process of constant reinvention. A political party has to be a learning organization that recognizes that as the market shifts, you have to equally shift your approach. You have to be able to, again, as I said, maintain your foundational principles,
yes,
but the methods that you use to accomplish those will constantly evolve and adapt over time. If they don't, then you're going to become increasingly irrelevant, particularly for the young people.
Earlier in the first segment, you said that when you resolved in your mind to do this thing, which is the challenge, you and your group wanted to rise united, as per your slogan. You said you placed a call to Dr. Phillips and you had a conversation, and you had a few conversations before you went public. In those conversations, did he ask you to stay with the status quo?
Well, he offered me new positions, but I think by this time, you know, we'd had discussions around this starting a year ago.
Yes.
Because maybe even a year and a half ago, because I was becoming increasingly concerned, and I've written papers for him suggesting directions that the party needs to take, etc. And he accepted it, I think, in principle.
Yes.
But the adoption and the execution have been very slow. And so part of leading and managing an organization like a political party is an intellectual exercise, recognizing what needs to be done and where you need to go. Part of it is a more managerial exercise, an efficiency in execution,
yes,
in getting you from that concept into an effective daily process.
Yes.
And I think there's probably been a bit of a gap in that.
Yeah. So he asked you to accept more responsibilities at the time of the conversation. Did he say that the challenge was not in the party's best interest at this time?
You know, I don't recall him saying that. I've certainly, well, put it this way, he certainly wasn't encouraging a challenge. And I believe that the understanding would have been, you know, I couldn't have been accepting these new positions and continuing consideration of a challenge. So therefore, in that discussion, it wasn't just about whether or not I will accept the position.
Yeah.
Because clearly, if I was accepting the position,
yeah,
then I would be putting aside any thoughts of a challenge.
But from a credibility perspective, though, people I'm sure would want to know, if Dr. Phillips is as good as Peter Bunting says, and has been as good for as Peter Bunting says, and retains certain fundamental capacities as Peter Bunting says, why couldn't Peter fit in and work with him until the next cycle? You know, there are a lot of people who are asking that question perhaps because of the way they've been generationally shaped to think, or for other considerations. How do you respond to that?
Well, two things.
Why no? Why you couldn't wait?
Two things. Because of the lack of decisiveness in making changes, and because truthfully I don't think his inner circle, his palace guard, trusted me sufficiently to allow the sort of radical revolutionary changes which would need to be implemented very quickly to make us competitive for the next election. I'm realistic, you know. I know for something like that to take place, you have to have the full confidence of not just the leader but his support cohort, or else you're going to be frustrated very quickly. We don't have a lot of time. In my judgment, anytime from the middle of next year going towards the end of next year is a likely window for an election to be called. Granted, it can be called at any time,
yes,
up to, I think it's March 2021.
Yes.
But the likely time, from my experience in politics,
yes,
particularly as a general secretary,
yes,
that is the window that I would see when they get some of these road and infrastructure works behind them,
yes,
when they get, you know, the water situation improved, and likely an election budget in March, yes, next year,
yes,
with some goodies,
yes,
to, you know,
yeah, get the masses
encourage
excited. Finally, you're a man, we're out of time, you're a man who, you don't lose races. From here, still a long way to go until the finish. You're good.
Absolutely. I certainly don't enter a race to lose it, and I understand what needs to be done, and I go flat out. I don't half commit to anything. I might take time to make up my mind.
Yes.
But once I've crossed the Rubicon, yes, then we're fighting to the end.
Peter Bunting, good luck.
Thank you.
Central Manchester MP Peter Bunting, he is challenging for the leadership of the People's National Party. Watch this space for much more where that race is concerned.